Alright, today I am going to give you guys a detailed look at this Yolopark AMK Pro Series diecast. I'm going to put quotation on the diecast on the Optimus Prime here, the last night. And this is licensed by Hasbro as well. So there's the box right there, really nice. The AMK Pro Series comes with a lot more detailing than the other versions. So yeah, this is and I got this off Amazon. It was about $78, 77 something, roughly about 78. So yeah, and then we once you remove the sleeve, let me see if I can remove it with one hand here. And then you get another rendition of the Optimus Prime right there. And so there's the box. So let's open it up. So once you get it out of the box, you have 4 trays, a lot more than the other versions of Yolopark stuff. And then here's the pamphlet, the instructions, how to put it together. And then you also get this QR code card. And then you also get the pin. I'm not sure how limited this thing is, but yeah, you get a pin from this here, and then you get 4 trays. And unfortunately, I've put them all together already, so I won't be doing a build for you guys. But let me show you what Optimus Prime looks like. Alright, so once you put Optimus Prime together, these are the leftover pieces. So we'll go over those, but let's first take a look at the Optimus Prime here. I changed him to Nemesis Prime right now, and then I also gave him the open mouth face right now instead of the battle mask look. So here's what it looks like. And I gotta admit, these things are fantastic as far as the detailing is concerned. I have reviewed the animated Optimus Prime and Megatron from Yolopark as well. They were okay. I didn't really thought too much of them. They're a little I don't know. It's not as sturdy as I hoped for. And this one is also not as sturdy, but it is better than the other one. And detailing is much improved versus the animated Optimus Prime and Megatron, because this is a Pro Series, I guess. So you get a lot more detailing, and the build is a lot more in depth too, and there are a lot more layers to this than the other version. So yeah, so let's take a quick another look from the front, and let me turn him over a little bit. And I must say, this one has better detailing than the 3.0 DLX line. I think the DLX one is good as far as the articulation and everything, but the detailing is a little lacking. This one, especially the chest area, is way more detailed than the DLX. And it's not as flat too. It looks way more proportional than the DLX one. Alright, so again, before I show the rest of the accessories, I'm just gonna go for articulation first. And the shield here is removable, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But here's a look at them. Look at the shield, really nice. It's an attachment piece. This is a separate piece. You need to attach that, and it doesn't come with a barrel or anything like that, and it doesn't open up either. So yeah. And then now, as far as the figure is concerned, it's got pretty good weight to it, but not fantastic. I gotta say, it's definitely a lot lighter than the DLX one. Now, as far as articulation, head, it does have a ball joint, and then base of the neck, there's another joint. There's another ball joint there, so it is a little bit limited because of the. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see. Because of the collar piece. Alright, much better. So yeah, as far as the collar piece right here does restrict movement right there a little bit, and then this piece, the shoulder pad, is attached via hinge joints, and then this outer shoulder pad is attached to swivel joint, and then here you get a butterfly joint right here, pretty stiff right there, butterfly joint, and then you get a rotation right there, 360 rotation. It does tend to come out quite easily when you keep rotating it. And then there's a hinge joint over here, and then bicep does have a swivel joint right there. Be careful with this piece right up here. This for some reason they added this piece that extends out, which can be tricky when you're articulating this figure, because once you hit the spot right here, you will knock it, and so you gotta be careful not to break this piece. Yes. And then this bicep silver piece is metal, and then we have double jointed elbows, and it restricts the back right here. It also restricts articulation as well. This piece up here, it restricts articulation, so once you hit certain area, it stops it from moving. Well, I guess if you rotate it up that far, then you should be able to swing all the way out. But if you're going like this, you want to swing his arm out, you cannot, because this piece does block it. And as far as the torso is concerned, let's see here, there's a ball joint right up here, and then there's a ball joint waist right there. It is very, very stiff. Oh no, yeah, let me see if I can pop it off. No, it's not a ball joint, sorry, it's a peg. And then it could go front and back a little bit, so you can move it. I thought you can move it front and back. No, you cannot. So it's just a swivel. And then up here, is that the ball joint? I forgot now. Or is that a hinge joint? Let me pop this open. I don't break it. Yeah, it's just a peg piece right there. And this thing does move in and out, and then also sideways. So there are two hinge joints right there. One that goes sideways, one that goes front and back. So that's how they did it with this one. And it's a peg system. You can't see it, but there's the peg hole right there. Okay, alright. And then the skirt here, I don't understand why they did it this way. They both move together. They could have easily made them move independently, but they didn't. And then the legs is a little tricky. It does have a swing forward joint. You can see it right there. It swings the leg forward. And then here there are a couple of hinges that swings out, and then also rotates the thigh section. So if you want him to kneel down, you could either swing this piece forward and swing more, then you get a little more range right there, so you can do a kick quite easily. This joint is a little loose though. I wish it was a little tighter, just a little looser than I wanted it to be. And then as far as the knee is concerned, there you go, double joint. And then here, this is pegged into the lower leg, and then it moves forward and back, and then also side to side. And then he also has toes articulation. Not a lot, but still, there's some. Alright, let me situate him back down here first. Alright, so as far as this figure is concerned, I like the detailing of this quite a bit, but not so much the sturdiness of it. It's, you can see, kind of a little wobbly, just a little bit. I mean, I don't know what they can do to fix that. But the frame is not metal. The only metal pieces would be the bicep piece, I believe, and then the shin right here. These two are metal pieces, and then I believe back here this piece is also metal. And I think that's about it. Not too many pieces are metal. And then once you once you put this thing together, it will be impossible for you to take it apart, unlike the other ones that you might have purchased from Yolopark. Some of the non-pro series, you could probably remove them again and store them back in the box. That's how I did it with the Optimus Prime and the Megatron. I ended up selling it because I wasn't like too happy with it, so I ended up selling those to yeah. But this one I definitely gonna keep because it looks fantastic, and I do like it, but it's just a little it's not sturdy like the ML, I mean, no, not DLX series. And here's the shield again with the peg piece, and then you could exchange this arm piece right here. This is the regular forearm piece right there without the slot, and this one, once you switch this one out, you could put this in here, and I believe you can also peg the knife in here as well. So the knife goes outside, and there, right there. There's the knife. And then there are a bunch of hands you can switch out. These are all rubbery plastic hands. It gives you a pointy hand, and then you have to interchange the arm guard, the hand guard, and then there's a gripping hand for each side, and then also a relaxed hand, like set right here. And then also a set of articulated hands, but these are not fully articulated. It only certain parts are articulated, which is weird. Yeah, so there's one hinge right there by the knuckle section, and then one hinge right here for these two fingers, and then another two for these two fingers, and then there's a ball jointed thumb articulation point right there. So yeah, it's constantly with a gripping post. I guess you could have this to grip the sword as well if you so choose to. Yeah, you would be able to grip the sword, but you already have these articulated hands, so I don't understand what these are for. Because if you're gonna do articulated hands, I think you should have them all separated, all the fingers separated, instead of having two and two like that. Because it already comes with a gripping hand, the sword gripping hands, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of pointy hands. So these, the only thing he's lacking is a pair of fists, but this won't be able to give you a nice. Oh, I guess it could. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Yeah, this is a good fist, I guess. Yeah, you could do this if he's not holding anything. But yeah, it's kind of weird when he's doing these two finger thing going on here. But in any case, oh, and then if you want to switch out the Nemesis version, then they give you this extra side piece, an extra top piece, and then an extra eye piece for you to switch out Nemesis Prime here. So let me give you a closer look at Nemesis Prime. So here you can see the side piece right here you have to change, the top piece you have to change, and then the eyes you have to change as well. And then the mouthpiece it slides out if you want to switch it to the battle mask. Pop this off first. And it has light up features, but unfortunately I don't have batteries for it, so I won't be able to show you guys. So here's what the mouthpiece looks like, and then to switch it out you just need to slide this forward and you should be able to get it off. And where is that battle mask piece? Somewhere. Did I lose it already? Oh, right there. Okay, so here's the battle mask piece. Just need to slide this in right there. It just sits up front like that. So there's the battle mask. Zoom that in so you guys can see the battle mask. Really nice. But I've seen the battle mask so often that I've actually wanted to keep him with the regular mouthpiece. So this is what it looks like again. Just a closer view of it. So there you go. Oh, and then if you once you have batteries inside, is that you can activate the on-off switch with the magnet, which this thing comes with. The Autobot symbol is actually a piece of magnet on the back, so I guess you just tap it somewhere and then it'll light up and turn off, which is nice. I like that. And then as far as the base is concerned, here's the base, and then there's a slot up here that's for the logo. It's supposed to slot right there, and then you have a bendy rod right here, and then you have a topper. Which way goes where? Okay, so I guess this way goes there. And this thing screws in right there, and then I guess somehow you prop this thing up right there. And here's a look at the instruction pamphlet, how to put this thing together. It tells you the range of motion this figure has as well, so that's kind of cool. You could look at it and then I'm sure look over it before you articulate this figure. And it is kind of confusing as to how to put all the pieces together, but especially the arms and the legs, they don't illustrate that well because they're all solid colors instead of how you can see how the panels are all solid colors instead of with the flames and everything, because it references it a little bit better if it has the frame, has the flame, so you know which parts goes where and then which rotation it is supposed to be, because some of these parts they're rotated in the box, in the container, so when you put it in you have to rotate it back. It took me a while to get the legs to put the legs together, the leg armors on, and then yeah, and the shield right here says the shield and the sword. Oh, I didn't even show the sword, didn't I? And here's the sword right here. It's a little bent. That it's a little bent, as you can see. It's not straight, completely straight. It's curved down a little bit, and this is hard plastic too, so I don't think I could fix it either. But here, whatchamacallit, those Cybertronian words on here on the sword, which is awesome. Detailing on it is fantastic too. I have to say, this is fantastic looking, and the paint job on it is quite nice too. So let me show you guys another closer look at Optimus Prime here, because there are some markings too. And then there's a marking on his shoulder right there, the collar, and then you can see there are markings on the shoulder pad as well, and there's some weathering on it, and the chest and everything. And he does look fantastic. It's a fantastic looking figure. And then also Cybertronian markings on the shin guards right there. What else? Just the detailing on it. Look at that. It's a fantastic piece. Look at all these detailing and all the paint apps. It's really fantastic. Oh, and then you can remove this piece back here if you wanna have him carry the shield and the sword as well. So there's a connector piece. I believe this piece right here somehow is supposed to go through this, and then the sword. Oh wait, I think the sword's supposed to go in first. No, let me see here. Did tell me, did show me where it's supposed to be, where the sword's supposed to go. Okay, so this clamp right here is supposed to go in there. How can it go in there? Am I supposed to remove this piece? Let's see here. How is this supposed to go in here? Doesn't it go in there? I'm a bit confused now. indicated part before parts preparation. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess the shield, you could attach it with this piece right here, which they provide you with. Then you could add that to here onto his backside. But then I don't know how to attach the sword, because the sword, you're supposed to use this. And it's supposed to be able to go into this as well, shouldn't it? I thought you were supposed to be able to. Because that's what the... But this piece, you clearly cannot remove it. Unless you could pop it off the other side, but I don't think you can though. So maybe the sword just attached to this as well, by itself? Because I remember in the movie, or in other versions of Optimus Prime, you could attach a shield on and then attach the sword over it. But for some reason I cannot do that with this one. So in any case, there it is. There's Optimus Prime with a sword on his backside. So, a fantastic looking figure. But the sturdiness of it is just a little off. It just doesn't feel as sturdy as the MLX. MLX, yeah. Yeah, just not as sturdy as that one, because that one is a metal frame and this one is not, so you could clearly feel it when you have it in hand. If you have both of them, you can clearly feel it. And this one doesn't have that weight to it as well. It's a little lighter, much lighter than the other version. But that one's like 130. I believe the 301 is 130. This one is 78, 77.99 or something like that. So it's a lot cheaper, and the detailing is quite as good. I mean, it's just as good as the 301. Maybe I'll do a comparison, but that one's a lot taller than this one too. That one's like yay high, I believe. So yeah. But in any case, this is a nice figure. If you are on the fence about this, I say get it, because it is nice. As long as you know it's not as sturdy as the 301, then you're okay. And I believe there's a Megatron coming out from Revenge of the Fallen. No, it was Dark Moon. I mean, what's that? Dark Side of the Moon or something? I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And then that version of Megatron's coming out. I definitely getting that one, because the detailing on it is fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous looking. And then, but it's very greenish color. They made it so green, so I'm not sure. I don't like the green. I want it to be more tan color. I think it's more desert color instead of more greenish. But in any case, they're also making, I think, what is that? Lockdown's coming out soon, or is it out already? I'm not sure. But I want to track that one down, because I haven't been following the Yolopark stuff that much, because I wasn't too keen on the Optimus Prime and the Megatron, the animated ones. So I kind of didn't feel like looking at them anymore. But then one of my friends told me, oh, you gotta get this Optimus Prime because it's very detailed, and then he showed me photos, and I was like, oh shit, it is really good. So that's why I ended up getting it. And then so yeah, so now I'm trying to backtrack some of these things, or just because I know there's something going on. I think the pre-order is going on today, which is today is the 27th. I think Yolopark is pre-ordering, opening their pre-order on a couple of figures there. So yeah, in any case, this is fantastic. If you're on the fence, get it. You're not going to be disappointed with the detailing. And so there you go. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one last thing. When I'm moving this guy, I feel like I could easily break this thing, because some of these joints are just like really tight, but yet they're kind of, feels like they're kind of fragile as well. Like this butterfly joint seems very sturdy, but the connector piece here that connects the rotation here, it seems to be a little on the tight side, and then this bicep movement here, I kind of gotta be you gotta be very careful with it, because yeah, you gotta be very careful with it, because otherwise you might end up breaking this piece up front here. So it feels like I gotta be really careful when I'm moving this. I gotta follow a specific path as to what goes first and what goes second, stuff like that, in order to move this guy. So that's kind of not as fun as I hoped for, but it is still very impressive again, but not as fun as the MLX stuff, the 3.0, because those is well built, so you don't have to worry too much about posing those figures. But this one, you can't make his arms to come all the way in though, unfortunately. Like, you know how he holds the sword with 2 hands? I mean, you could kind of get it in there. I'll move this out. So I'm kind of showing you how I articulate this figure. So yeah, this piece does get in the way a lot though. It limits its range of motion quite a bit. Look at this. If I wonder if I should just break it off. Just break this piece off right here. Let me see. So what I'm saying is this piece right here sticks upward. I don't understand why this piece is needed. Is this a glued on piece? No, it's an actual separate piece though. I feel like I want to break this off, because then I could swing his arm forward a little bit more, because right now it's hindering the articulation because this piece is there. But I'm not going to do that right now, but eventually I might do that. I don't know. But you can see right now it's at its max already, because no, you can't see it. It's hitting the horizontal piece, and the butterfly joints already swing to its max already, and his arms can't come together, unfortunately. Is because the stupid piece gets in the way. Otherwise he could swing his arms forward. Yeah, I might just end up removing that piece just so I could get his arms together, because right now we cannot. No matter how much I play with it, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I want him to hold a sword with both hands, kind of like that right in the center, but he's not able to do that. So that sucks. Yeah. I believe the 3.0 version can definitely do that. But this one, yeah, not so much. Just I feel like I can't enjoy this figure without having to worry about breaking it. But it is a nice detailing figure. So there you go. Thanks for watching again.